electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
Dane's got room to run. First and goal to go for Emery. Creek with the grab all the way down to the 25-yard line. Still looking, wants the end zone. Olsen, corner, drags the foot, touchdown Emery.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
This is Sparta!
Emery Spartan football is powered by Castle Country Radio. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Jordan Buscarini and Travis Anderson in the Sutherland's broadcast booth for tonight's game.
Welcome into Emery High School football here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Jordan Buscarini alongside Travis Anderson, and we are just getting set for kickoff. Made it in the nick of time as they're doing this first ever Kickoff Classic where we are seeing a bunch of games in one spot throughout the day. This is the nightcap as we get Emery and Kanab. And Travis, it should definitely be a fun one, to say the least.
That should be a lot of fun, like you talked about, the first ever Kickoff Classic here down at Snow College. Emery, season opener against Kanab. Looking forward to it.
Emery will come out wearing their white uniforms. Kanab wearing their red uniforms. Emery is the
designated visiting team. Kanab the home team. Emery won the toss. They deferred. We're just about set.
Just about set to go. And again, it should absolutely be a fun game here. Emery comes out wearing the white uniforms. Jaden Atwood set to kick it away from the 40. Gets his running start. End over end kick. And this one will take a bounce at the 5-yard line and go into the end zone. So a touchback to get things rolling here in the first game of the season. Travis, it will give us an opportunity to take a look at the Emery defense for the very first time. And as we talked about with Coach John Famalo earlier today, this is where he puts a lot of pride. Always been that defensive-minded coach.
A defensive-minded coach like you talked about. So this is the side of the ball that he stresses. It's important for Emery on this drive to try to slow down that run attack that we're going to see from Kanab.
Kanab likes to run the football. That is what they're known for. Again, this team was the runner-up in the 1A classification just a year ago. Snap and a handoff trying to go around the outside, and Emery able to contain. Minimal pickup on first down to set up second down and 9.
Good job. You get off the blocks, you get downhill, you get over, and there's no room to run, and you push him out of bounds towards the sideline for a minimal gain, maybe no gain, second down and 10.
So again, this Kanab team loves to run the football. We'll take a look at the starters for Emery on defense in just a moment. On the outside, Traxton Conover and Garrett Conover. Get used to saying those two names. Emery's going to bring up the secondary into the box. A handoff goes up the middle. And so far, Kanab having a difficult time moving the ball on the ground. They push it up to the 25-yard line, and that'll set up third down and 5.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Good job closing up the gap, filling that hole. And again, Kanab, you can see 2 plays now. First 2 runs. And third and 5, and Emery has a chance to get off the field.
Push this team off the field and a quick 3 and out would be absolutely huge. Just a moment, we'll take a look at the starters on defense for Emery as they try to make this a very, very quick defensive stop. Snap and a handoff, no play action, pass on the run, incomplete. It nearly worked to perfection. as Kanab tried to move the ball on the outside. Latimer Glover, the intended receiver, ball bounced off his hands. And so this Emery defense that will pop up now, able to get a quick 3 and out. Unless Kanab wants to try to roll the dice here, Travis, and go for it deep in their own territory. I think what you will see is one of those
quarterback rollout kicks.
Yeah, that's becoming.
Glover, I mean, he was wide open and he just dropped the football.
Right before we do that, we have stoppage, a flag down. They call a false start that goes against Kanab. So we had a look at the Emery defense.
And Emery should get good field position off this punt. Just shy of midfield. Maybe with the return you get past midfield. But a chance here. You get them off the field, 3 and out, and you have a chance to set your offense up with great field position for their first opening drive of the season.
There's the snap. Brogan Verosco gets it away. It's a high end-over-end punt. Fair catch called by Trig Jensen, and Emery will take over at their own 46-yard line. So not a bad start at all to the season for the Spartans as they manage to get this potent Kanab team off the field in a hurry.
Yeah, we know Kanab likes to run the football. That's what they came out. They tried to establish the run early on. Emery's defense didn't allow any holes, didn't spring anything free and give those big chunk plays up. And they go 3 and out. Now Emery's offense on the field for the first time this season.
Scoreboard issue will be your eyes. 11:05 to play here in the opening quarter. There's a quick pass out to Trig Jensen. Trig with the ball in the open field down the sideline. Trig is able to push it up to the 35. So a big-time gain for Emery. They'll spot it officially at the 33-yard line. So that's a gain of 23 to get things going on the very first pass of the game, very first pass of A.J. Thomas's career.
Yeah, A.J. Thomas right on the money, quick out. And then you get a pass play towards the Emery sideline. He works his way up, 20-plus yard gain, first down and more.
He's got Conover in the backfield, and this time Kanab is able to sniff that away. We'll take a look at the offense for the Emery Spartans as we get set for second down. Again, the quarterback, A.J. Thomas, out of the backfield, Traxton Conover. At wide receiver, we'll see Trig Jensen, Bo Stilson, Jaden Atwood, and Garrett Conover at tight end. And then we'll talk about the big uglies here in just a moment for the Spartans. Second down, 11. A.J. out of the shotgun set. He's got Conover off to his right, a 4 wide out, 2 on each side. Right now, Kanab going with a 3-man front. Hard snap. There was movement. The officials say play on. Quick pass moving out to the right side. Positive gain for the Spartans. And a tad bit more as Bo Stilson corrals that pass on a gain of about 10. Remember, it was a loss of 1 on first down. Emery back now on track. 3rd and 1, exactly where they want to be inside the 25-yard line.
Another quick out play. And the big uglies that you just talked about did a good job of pushing the defense up the field and allows that hole and allows a 3rd down and short.
Thomas out of the shotgun set again. 10-13 to play here in the opening quarter. Takes the snap. Handoff. This one goes to Conover up the middle. And Kanab has been very, very stout up front. That new look for Emery on the offensive line. At left tackle, Logan Huntington. At left guard, Blake Sitrid. The center is Tice Larson. At guard, it's Tyson Johnson. And the right tackle is Miles Mortensen. Emery is now faced with a short 4th down and 2, and the offense will try to continue this drive. Thomas is up under center. Takes the snap. Quarterback keeper. AJ's got it with ease. He's able to get this ball near the 20-yard line. Needed about a yard, picks up 5 on the quarterback keeper, and Emery is in the red zone for the very first time in this game on the very first drive of the season with 9:54 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, get up under center and let them push you forward. That's what happens. 5-yard gain on 4th down and about 2 picks up the first down.
So Emery finally starting to find their momentum after a couple of plays that didn't quite work out. Did have one loss of yardage. A.J. takes the snap, back to pass. One pump fake, steps up in the pocket. Kanab able to swarm him.
Yeah, that's one thing right there. Just held the ball too long. Right there, give credit to Kanab, though. They got in there quick, but he just held onto the ball a little bit too long trying to find an open wide receiver, and there's a sack.
So 2nd down and 14 now for Emery off of the loss of 4. Ball is back at the 25-yard line. Trips left side here for the Spartans. One wide out to the opposite side. Handoff, no fake. Thomas is going to keep it himself. He gets inside the 20, picks up a good chunk of change, gets a lot of the lost yardage back, and climbs all the way to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, makes it now 3rd down and manageable. Still probably maybe 4-down territory. Maybe you're thinking if you're Emery. So it's going to be 3rd down here and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Third down, 8 yards to go. Thomas has 3 wideouts left side, 1 to the right. Conover in the backfield. RPO is going to finally hand it off. Conover's got a little room to run. Dives forward just shy of the 10-yard line up to the 11, close to the first down sticks. Emery already 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions in this game, and you have to expect they'll go for it again to try to keep this drive moving now that they're in the red zone. 4 minutes gone by in the opening quarter. We have no score.
Yeah, about 4th down and maybe less than a yard. And Kanab's going to have to call time. They have too many players in and out of the lineup trying to substitute, so timeout, Kanab.
Timeout is taken out of the field. 7:53 to play in the opening quarter. Emery threatening to put some points up. We'll pause for just a moment. It's 4th down and 1 when we return.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to Komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Out of the timeout, it's 4th down and 1 for Emery. They are threatening just shy of the 10-yard line. Thomas is up underneath center. Takes the snap and around. This will go for positive yardage into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Bo Stilson. First score of the year goes to Bo on the end around. And Emery draws first blood with 7:49 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Bo Stilson untouched goes to the left side into the end zone for the first touchdown of the season. And what an opening statement by Emery defensively. Then offensively, you come back, you make them pay with the short field, 6-0.
Out to attempt the PAT. It's Jaden Atwood. He holds the school record for most PATs in a season. And his first attempt of the year is right through the uprights. 7:49 to play in the first quarter. Emery 7, Kanab nothing when we return.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Back to the action just a tad bit late, and off of that kickoff, Kanab is going to have prime field position as Grady Anderson takes it all the way back to around the 45-yard line.
Anderson did a good job, used the sideline and got down the sideline. The only thing that stopped him was the sideline as he's pushed out of bounds just shy of midfield, like you talked about, George, just shy of the 45-yard line.
So 7-0, the score right now. Emery with the lead, and we get a second look at the Kanab offense. They had a quick 3 and out. Borotzko this time will hand it off. There's room to run, and again, this is a Kanab Cowboy team that can push the ball on the ground. That go around, it was Hayden Gubler. He takes it right side past the 50 onto Emery's side of the field.
The intensity's picked up on the Kanab sideline off that return, and that first power run right there goes right up the seam for a first down past midfield to the Emery side, 45-yard line.
Handoff right side. No, they go up the middle, and this will go for a solid pickup. Deegan swapped that time, the junior, able to find a little bit of breathing room, and he dives past the 35-yard line up to the 34. 1st and 10, Kanab.
Second first down pickup off a run on this drive. Their second drive. And again, you knew the ability for Kanab to run the football is key to their offense. Emery slowed him down first. Now having a little bit of trouble slowing down that run attack.
Barrasco up underneath center, 3 in the backfield. Handoff right side, trying to pick off in between the tackles, and a short pickup that time for Swap will set up 2nd down and roughly 6 on a gain of 4.
Looked like he had a little bit of burst, and he's cut down right shy of the 30-yard line.
So the score right now, 7-0 Emery. 6:27 to play here in the opening quarter. Kanab trying to draw even. Out of the shotgun. Barrasco will take it, looking, trying to pick his spot, runs into a grip of Emery defenders. First to the hit that time was Logan Huntington. Huntington draws the stop just beyond the 30. It's up to the 29-yard line, but Kanab is faced with 3rd down. And they're about halfway to the sticks, 3rd down and 5.
Again, the last drive, opening drive, Emery had them in the same situation here on a 3rd and 5. They cut them down. See if they can get a similar result here, but even so, I think Kanab, this is, 4-down territory. 3rd and 4 at the 31.
3rd down, man coming in motion. This time Barrasco's going to throw, goes deep over the top, has a man open, into the end zone, touchdown, Kanab, no, they'll rule him down to the 1. But that time, Bloomquist broke loose beyond the secondary, and Barrasco was able to connect on the run. It was a similar play that they had set up not long ago, and all of a sudden it is 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for Kanab.
And defensively, Emery just got lost in the shuffle, wide open, and all he has to do is roll out, soft touch over the top, and before he can get to the end zone, his knee hits down, 1st and goal, just inside the 1-yard line. Up
underneath center. Barrasco with a handoff, and Kanab is into the end zone for a touchdown with 5:04 to play in the opening quarter. They're an extra point away from tying this game up.
That's a good bounce back. Second possession off the kick return. They get good field position, a couple drives. They score, and they tie things up here 7-6 pending the extra point, but it all started with the return. And then a run play first down, and a couple more run plays set up a 3rd and 5. They roll out, they get a play down to the 1-yard line, then they punch it in for the touchdown.
PAT, it's up, and that one is right down Broadway. So we are now all tied up. The score here at Snow College is 7-7. And Travis will keep it here as Emery is getting set for their 2nd possession of the season. They had no problems moving the football the first go-around on Kanab.
No, offensively, they did a good job. They had a quick, 2 plays that got towards their sideline on pass plays, and then that opened up their run attack, and it looked good. It was efficient, and for Emery, 7-7. Now you got to answer back with that touchdown that Kanab just put on you.
See what the answer is. Emery had no problem moving the football on the ground. But A.J. Thomas, in his first start, he was also able to move the ball effectively through the air.
He really did. Just, set his feet, stayed in the pocket, nice, clean pocket, good job by the offensive line, and he just picked his spots where he wanted to go with the football.
You never know what you're going to see. Remember last year, we had Trevin Gilbert, and it was the first time that Trevin had ever been a starter. And he took Emery all the way to the state championship. The quarterback spot has been kind to Emery over the last couple of years. Here's the kickoff. This one is deep, back at the 5-yard line. Out to the 15, just shy of the 20-yard line, and Emery is going to have a lot of grass in front of him.
It's a great job by the special teams unit of Kanab on that play right there to pin them deep and then get down there, and the Gunners do a good job. They shoot down there, and they cut Emery down just shy of the 20-yard line. And you set a lot of green grass now in front of Emery.
4:54 left in the first. Emery's going to go to the shotgun set once again. Thomas has 4 wideouts, 2 on each side, 1 man in the backfield. They got the ball to the heads of Trig Jensen early. This go around, an interception off the deflection, and this will go back for 6 the other direction. So Kanab, in a matter of seconds, has taken the lead. Kind of a fluke play. Thomas did put the ball on the money. However, it bounces off of the hands of Garrett Conover and into the hands of the defender, who's able to take it back for 6.
Yeah, tough break. Right in the hands of the wide receiver on the out. The similar play that they've worked on the first possession last time that went for a big chunk. This time it hits off his hands, off his chest, right into the waiting arms of a Kanab player who takes it in for the pick 6. Tough break.
And so now Kanab can take the lead. PAT is up. It is good. So now the score is 14-7 Kanab. We'll pause for 30 seconds. Emery will have a chance to answer when we return.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
4:47 to play in the first quarter. Kanab has really grabbed the momentum and in a matter of seconds taken the lead.
Yeah, Emery goes down. They score on their opening drive offensively. Then they come back and Kanab, good job. They get a good special teams play. They get good field position, a couple runs into the end zone, and then they get a lucky bounce pick 6 and 14 points in like less than a minute.
4:47 to play in the first. Here's an end over end kick. Emery with the ball at the 10-yard line. Ball is loose on the ground, and we have another turnover, and Kanab has the ball inside the 15. Leffler attempted to come up with the ball. It bounced off his hands, was hanging on the turf, and now Kanab will have the ball inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Leffler just bobbled the football, and it took a bounce off that turf, and Kanab, 2 turnovers in about 10 seconds now. The pick 6, now the fumble recovery. And they're set up at the 17-yard line.
So the Cowboys are now in prime business to make this a 2-score lead. Up underneath center once again. Verosco, he's going to keep it himself. He's got daylight. He's to the 10, cuts back, spin move inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. And now Brogan Verosco is finding his rhythm. And with 4:22 here in the first, Kanab is close to making this a 2-score game.
Yeah, their intensity picked up after they gave up that touchdown to Emery. You can see it on the sidelines. And right now they're in a groove offensively, defensively. Emery's shot themselves in the foot a little bit with the turnovers. And they're staring down the barrel at a 21-7 hole.
Handoff. This one up the middle in the Emery front this time was able to hold tight. Minimal gain of 1 yard. Sets up 2nd and goal from the 3.
A pick 6 off the shoulder pads, off the hands, and then a muffed kick return has led to Kanab knocking on the door for 7 more.
Ball's at the 3-yard line. It's 2nd down and goal to go. Verosco's going to go with a split back formation. 2 in the backfield. 1 wide out to the right side. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out, throws to the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Kanab. Verosco is on fire right now, and that time he connects with Ozzie Williams for 6. And with 3:25 to play in the quarter, it is 20-7 Kanab.
You're going to have an unsportsmanlike on Kanab after the touchdown. But that's a rollout. It's one-on-one to the outside, and all you got to do is put it on the outside shoulder. He does, and it's 6 more points.
(20-7), 3:25 to play here in the opening quarter. And Travis, it was not that long ago that Kanab was down 7-0 and really reeling after going a quick 3-and-out. The Emery offense marched that ball down the field with no problem at all.
Yeah, and now you're looking, because of the turnovers, Kanab took advantage, and that's what you have to do. If teams are going to gift you turnovers, you take advantage and score points, and they have.
Low snap. PAT is up, and it is no good. Shanked it. Damage done. 20-7. Kanab right now up 13 on Emery. 3:25 to play in the opening quarter. Spartans will have a chance to get the momentum back when we return.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Well, 3:25 to play in the quarter. And all of a sudden, the Spartans find themselves in a spot they don't necessarily want to be in. And that's behind, Travis. With the way you run your offense, if you can jump ahead on this Emery offense, you're typically in the right spot.
Yeah, for Emery, now they're in a hole. They got to come back. Still a lot of time. We're still in the first quarter.
A lot of time left. Here's the kick end over end. It'll be a short return here for Emery. Ball at the 25-yard line. Out now to the 30, trying to get to the outside edge. Up to the 35, just shy of the 40-yard line. Cray Leroy on the return will set up Emery in a good spot.
That's what Emery needed. Take advantage of that unsportsmanlike, get good field position. Now you're up to the 40-yard line or so. First quarter, 3:16 left, down 20-7. You know, offensively, you showed you already can move the football in this team, so need a effective drive on this one.
Ball's at the 39-yard line. Emery's going to be moving right to left off of the radio dial. 20-7, Kanab with the lead. Emery did lead at one point in time, 7-0. And then turnovers have reared their ugly head. Thomas is out of the shotgun set, and we have a pre-snap penalty. And that will work against Emery. 1st and 10, now 1st and 15. For those viewing on YouTube, we now have the scoreboard up. You can see the damage. 1st and 15 for Emery. Ball's going to be back now at the 34-yard line. Been a very long quarter. A lot of turnovers and a lot of scoring. 4 touchdowns already in this period. Shotgun set, 2 to the left, 1 at the top for Thomas. Quick pass, gets it out to Bo Stilson to the 35. Stilson spin move, gets up to the 37-yard line. Nearly back to the original line of scrimmage, but it will be 2nd down and long.
Yeah, tried to go to the outside edge. That's a good job by Kanab of getting downhill, bottling him up, slowing him off, making sure he can't break any tackles.
Second down, 11. Thomas back to pass. Rolls out of the pocket, right side. Throws on the run, caught, then dropped, and now we're looking at 3rd and 11 as the clock will stop momentarily. Not a bad idea. Tried to get that off into the flats, and Stilson could not haul it in.
He had some space out there, just couldn't haul it in like you talked about. That's a
Take that back. It was Traxton Conover. That 8 looks a lot like a 0. Emery got the new uniforms this year, all white. Decided that's what they wanted to wear the other day. Trips right side, 1 wide out to the left. Ball right now sitting at the 38-yard line. 2:26 here in the first quarter. 3rd and long. Thomas will take the snap. Clean pocket. Now it collapses. He runs, gets to the 40. Flag comes out, past the 45, up to the 47-yard line. Looks as if he's a yard shy of the first down stick, but what seems to be a guaranteed hold will back up Emery, and that flag came out around the 38-yard line, so that will turn out to be quite the big penalty.
Anytime it opens up, breaks down like that, and you roll out and your quarterback's on the run, there's probably going to be a hold.
They put that ball at the 39-yard line. So that hold at the 39 would back up Emery to the 29, and it'd be 3rd and forever. They'd have to get to the 49-yard line, so we're going to be looking at about 20 yards to get to where they need to go. They spot it just shy of the 30-yard line. Emery moving right to left on the radio dial. Ball is on the near hash mark on 3rd and 20. So 3rd and forever. Not a good spot for the Emery offense. They'll go 5 wide. We still have more stoppage. I believe we got to fix the play clock. Minute 21 on the game clock. They'll move that to a minute 45. Thomas out of the shotgun, 5 wide, back to pass. Has time, throws deep, in the vicinity, caught at the 50-yard line by Bo Stilson. Flag comes out in the secondary. If it stands, it'll be a first down, Emery. Thomas was able to sling that, backing up. That pocket collapsed. Who is the flag on? That's the question. I think this is going to go against Kanab, Travis.
I think so, too. That's a good job staying in the pocket, slinging that over the middle. And you know you're going to take a bump, and in traffic, hauls it in for the first down.
They call holding against Kanab. And that right there, so far, the play of the game for Emery. 3rd and 20. Thomas slings one over the top of the defense. Bo Stilson hauls it in, gets it into Kanab territory at the 49-yard line, and Emery's back in business with a fresh set of downs. So the offense at times has looked crisp. Thomas, back to pass, under pressure, has to get rid of it, dumps it off to Giddy and Meekum. Giddy gets it up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 9.
Kanab was there in a hurry, and he just dumps it off, and Giddy works his way up the field and picks up 8-9 yards on that first down play.
Under 1 minute left here in the opening quarter. Ball is at the 41-yard line. 2nd down and 2 yards to go for Emery. AJ takes the high snap, quick pass, gets it out to Trigg, and Jensen somehow comes down with a catch, but it's no gain. He is stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And if Emery so chooses, that will be the final play of the opening quarter. 3rd down and 2, but the offense is going to try to get one more play out of this quarter. Thomas is up underneath center. Hands the ball off, left side, nothing there. Fighting for that extra yardage. Boy, it's close to the first down sticks. I think Emery's going to get a fresh set once again on a hard-nosed run.
Just enough for the first down.
That was Bo Stilson again, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. One that was dominated by Kanab in the latter parts, but Emery's offense showing signs of life. It'll be Emery ball. We'll switch sides and return in 60 seconds. 20-7, Kanab with the lead.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality healthcare is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Back here at Snow College. Second quarter, Emery trails 20-7. They picked up a first down right before the first quarter buzzer sound as those second quarter just underway. First down and 10 at the 39-yard line. There's the snap. And AJ takes it right up the middle, and he's going to pick up 8-9 yards on that first down run to bring up second down and short. Emery's shown the ability tonight. They can move the football. A couple bad breaks. One, the interception off the hand, and then the kickoff return, the fumble. Kanab took advantage of both. They scored on both. They lead 20-7. Second down and 2 at the 39-yard line. There's a snap. Takes it right up the middle. Nowhere to go. Trying to spin his way through for the first down. I think he's going to have enough for the first down there on second down and short. And he will. It's a good job to spin through the traffic. No, he didn't get it. Third down and short. It looked like from our point of view, he had his right. The nose of the football sitting right on the stick. I think that's a bad spot. Yeah, that's a first down. First down and 10. I was going to say, the referee was lined up past the first down marker. We're going to have a false start on Emery. I think Leroy was coming across, didn't get set in time. So a pre-snap penalty on Emery. First down and 15. 10:57 second quarter. Clock now rolls. 20-7 Kanab. First down, 15, 39-yard line. Emery looking to get into the end zone, get some points here after a tough stretch there in the first quarter down the stretch. Takes a snap, going to fire over the top, over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Conover on the slant towards the Kanab sideline, and it falls to the turf. Good job defensively by Kanab to meet him and pop the ball loose. Second down, 15 now after the incomplete pass. Emery trails 20-7. Trips to the Emery side. Snap, handoff, up the middle, working his way through, gets to the 30-yard line. Had a little wiggle room. Did Conover. Gray up third down. Gotta get the clock set. Now we do. 20-7 Kanab. Third down and long for Emery. Thomas pumps, fires middle, short, incomplete to the turf. We're going to have a penalty on Kanab, I think. If the pass is up, it's a first down and more, but the pass was towards the bottom of the turf and bounces off the turf. And we're going to have holding on Emery. Third down, 11 now. Fourth down, they decline the penalty. So fourth and long. 9:59. We're going to have another pre-snap penalty. On Emery. So back-to-back penalties on the Spartans brings up 4th and 16. And they are now going the wrong way. 9:58 left here in the second quarter, down 20-7. A promising drive now has stalled out with a couple penalties. So 4th down, 16. They got to get a first down at the 20. Right now they're lined up at the 35-yard line. Here's the snap. Flush out of the pocket. AJ's on the roll. He's going to run. He's going to pick up the first down. Flushed out of the pocket and works his way down the middle of the field. Gets past the 20-yard line, just shy of the 15-yard line. Going to come to the 16-yard line or so for a first down. On 4th and forever for the Emery Spartans, they pick up the first down. Kanab got in the backfield, got great pressure, flushed AJ, and all he had to do is just work his way up the field. He does. First down. First down and 10 now. There's another run play for Emery. Bring up 2nd and 5, 5-yard gain. So Emery had a couple penalties that backed him up. Then 4th down and forever, they pick up the first down on an AJ run right up the middle. Now we have 2nd down and 5. Ball sitting at the 10-yard line. Here's the handoff for Emery. AJ gives it up. Short gain, maybe no gain, maybe a loss. Nowhere to go. Trigg had nowhere to go with the football. Gonna be up 3rd and 5. So 3rd down, 5 to go, 10-yard line. They tried to stretch play, had nowhere to go with the football. Good job by Kanab defensively to stifle him. 3rd down, 5, Jordan.
Emery trying to get back into this game, but it's a huge possession right now for the Spartans. 8:17 to play in the first half. 3rd down and about 5. Handoff. No, AJ keeps it himself. He's got the first down. So now a goal-to-go situation for the Spartans with 8:07 to play in the first half. You want to talk about a dire need of a drive, Travis. That has been exactly this one right here. And the Spartans are answering the call at the right time.
Yeah, AJ's legs have been the difference. That 4th down, 16 play, his legs kept the play alive. And he scrambled and picked up the first down. Now again, his legs come into play, and he picks up another first down.
Shotgun set, 3 wideouts right side, 1 to the left, 1 man to the backfield here for A.J. Thomas. Thomas trying to lead Emery to its second scoring drive of the season. High snap, handoff, a hard-fought run trying to go up the gut is Traxton Conover, and he is stopped after a gain of 1. Emery's got the ball now with the 4-yard line, 2nd down and goal to go.
Kanab not going to bend on that one. Conover had nowhere to go with the football, maybe picked up a yard. This is a big drive. Because you get the football back to start the 3rd quarter. You get a touchdown here, get a stop, maybe you can get another touchdown, and then you get the ball back in the 3rd.
I want to welcome in the listening audience on KOAL. We've been streaming live here on YouTube throughout the evening, but just now live on KOAL with some technical difficulties here at Snow College. We'll give you the scoreboard recap. 20-7, Kanab with the lead right now over Emery. 7 minutes even to play here in the second quarter. Emery scored the first points of the ball game, but Kanab has taken advantage of multiple turnovers, and they put up the last 20 points.
A couple bad breaks, the interception off the shoulder pads, and then the muff kick.
Handoff going right side, and Emery shy of the goal line yet again, trying to work it to the right side with Conover. And Emery's going to be faced with 4th down.
Yeah, just not a lot of success trying to stretch to that side of the field. The success has come up the middle. Now you're 4th and goal.
Emery's been faced with a few fourth downs already in this game, but they have converted multiple times. Trips left side, one wide out to the right, one man in the backfield. Thomas takes the snap. He's going to roll out left side. He's got numbers, fires to the end zone, incomplete. And a turnover on downs.
I think that passed out just a little bit.
It is windy here. I was waiting to see if a flag would come out.
He's rolling out, doesn't get his feet set, and he's trying to throw a cross body, and that one sails towards that Badger logo. Instead, it needed to come back.
We did get the holding call. I was waiting for a flag to come out. One did, and so Emery is going to get another crack at this.
So Kanab now with some brutal penalties. Half the distance to the goal. Still brings up fourth down. Now the ball set to the 2-yard line.
So it's not an automatic first down. The Spartans will have to pop this one in on this play, or they'll come up empty-handed. Thomas is underneath center. Takes the snap. Little play action. He's going to have to throw the ball. He's under pressure. He'll go nowhere. Kanab rises to the occasion. Looked like it was a broken play for Emery. And so a wasted opportunity for the Spartans inside the 10-yard line.
That's a tough one if you're Emery's offense. You march down the field. You get the fourth down, 16 pickup. You keep the drive alive, and then you look like you're on the doorstep of knocking a touchdown into the end zone, and you come up short.
So now, 1st and 10, a lot of green in front of Kanab, but the Cowboys, who were the runner-up in the 1A state championship a year ago, showing just how talented of a team they are on both sides of the football. They've been able to answer the call. They were faced with an early deficit. Since then, they forced a couple of turnovers, and now a turnover on downs, and this is Kanab football. They want to run it. They want to run it hard. They want to go up the guts. That time, a solid run to set up second down, and about 5 on a gain of 5. Ball out to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, now Kanab with that lead, they can go back to what makes them so good. That's just running the football and then bleeding that clock and limiting your possessions.
Deegan Swap on the carry that time for Kanab. 5:28 to play in the first half. It is 20-7 Cowboys with a lead. Emery's going to pack the box yet again. Motion man is coming. Roll out pass wide open in the flats. This one caught to the 15, now to the 20, and brought down after easily picking up the first down. Hayden Gubler has been all over the place off the pass from Brogan Verosco, and 1st and 10 Kanab as that clock will continue to tick when the chains are set.
The Gubler just sneaks past 2 defenders and then works his way up the field for a first down.
Ball at the 20-yard line, far right hash mark. Shotgun set, right side, 2 on the outside for Verotsko, and there's the handoff. Emery able to read it perfectly, but then Gubler cuts back. He's to the 30, still on his feet at the 35, and ran out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Well, Emery read it perfectly, Travis. They played it, just couldn't bring him down to the ground, and Gubler was able to take it back opposite end for a big pickup, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Gubler came all the way towards where you and I are, the Kanab side, then cuts it back, gets towards the Emery side, and picks up a first down.
Take a look at this Emery front 3. Blake Citrid, Tice Larson, Logan Huntington. In the middle, they have Michael Ilajic, Gideon Meekum. On the outside, Garrett Conover and Traxton Conover at the linebacker spot. They have been tested in this game by this running attack, and there it is again. Gubler has room to run. He's down the sideline to the 30 and ran out of bounds.
Gubler has been a handful. The speed that he has, he cuts, he puts his foot down into the turf, then cuts and then explodes off of it. And he's been a handful tonight.
Jacob Morris was able to run him down and cut off the angle before he stepped out of bounds. But the ball is now in deep into Emery territory at the 28-yard line with 4:34 to play here in the first half.
Talked about how well Kanab is in the run attack. They're very good at running the football, and they've showed it throughout this first half.
Very difficult to bounce back when you fall into a big deficit against a team like this. Verotsko out of the shotgun set. Play action, pass across the middle of the field. This one goes for a big pickup. 1-2 missed tackles for the Spartans, and Glover gets it inside the 15.
Just kept his feet moving. Zigzag, zigzag. First down.
First down for Kanab, and this drive looks absolutely beautiful as they are inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, where this drive started, and you look up, you see where they're at now, knocking on the door again for 6 more.
They are really working the Emery defense. They have them on their heels right now. Rotzko will come up under center. 2 in the backfield, split. Quick handoff, and no, they fake it up the middle. They go to the outside, and that was a heavy tackle by the Spartans as Conover was able to run him down. Garrett comes from that outside linebacker spot, able to run him from the opposite side of the field. Still a positive pickup. Ball up to the 5-yard line, just shy, I believe, of the first down stick, so we're looking at 2nd down and 1. Not a goal-to-go situation just yet, with 4:02 and counting to play in the first half. And a touchdown here for Kanab is going to make it very difficult for Emery, although the Spartans do get the ball to start the second half. So you will have an opportunity to double dip, but you're not going to have a ton of time.
No, I'm not going to have a ton of time.
This one up the middle into the end zone. Gubler touchdown. Finishes off the drive where he was virtually untouchable. And he finishes it off for 6 to make it 26-7. Kanab now by 19, their largest lead of the game with 3:43 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, no answer for him on that drive. After Emery comes up short, getting in the end zone on the 2-yard line, Kanab takes the ball all the way down, and they score, and they've scored 26 straight.
The Cowboys are going to keep the offense out of the field to try to make this a 3-touchdown game. They have 1 missed extra point on the evening, so here's a 2-point conversion try. Verosco goes in the shotgun set, and we have stoppage pre-snap penalty. This is going to back Kanab up. See if they keep the offense out of the field to go for 2 or not. So that'll push them back to the 8-yard line with 3:43 here on the untimed down, the 2-point conversion attempt. Split formation once again, 1 man out. And this one, a little misdirection trickery up the middle. Good for about 6 yards, but shy of the goal line, so the 2-point conversion attempt, no good. Damage done. Kanab 26, Emery 7. The Spartans will have an opportunity to potentially double dip here at the end of the first half when we return.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Emery's going to get the ball back, 3:43 to play in the second quarter. All Kanab in this one. They lead 26-7. They have scored the last 26 points of this ball game. Emery has definitely had their opportunities. What has happened so far in this game is turnovers. That's been a killer for the Spartans. An empty drive that ended inside the 5-yard line. Can't have too many of those when you're trailing against a team like Kanab that wants to run the football. There's the end-over-end kick. Morris grabs it at the 5, gets it to the 10, now to the 15 and the 20. Gets it out to the 19-yard line. Excellent kickoff coverage that time by the Cowboys, and the Spartans offense will come back out. Travis, at times they've looked good, this new-look Emery offense, but at times they have also struggled.
Yeah, it's been a mix. I think coming in, we knew this first game was going to be up and down. They've had chances. They've had good drives. The last one, you get all the way down to the 2-yard line, you can't punch it in. That hurts.
We look at this Emery offense. A.J. Thomas, the quarterback, out of the backfield. Traxton Conover. When available, we will see Logan Lester as well. Bo Stilson's been a focal point of the offense, as is Trig Jensen. Man coming in motion. Thomas back to pass. Slings it. There's Bo Stilson right on cue. Gets it out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 8 to set up 2nd down and 2.
Just goes up, sets down right in the center of the field, takes the catch, works his way up, knows he's going to take a pop, does. 2nd down and short.
Second down. 3 to the left side, 1 to the right for Emery out of the trips formation. 1 man in the backfield. Thomas with a quick pass gets it to Trigg in the open field. Trigg uses that athleticism. He's to the 40, down to the sideline. Trigg brought down to the 50. Well, when you put the ball in the hands of Trigg Jensen, things can happen. He is the backup quarterback on the team. He adds a different dynamic to the offense, and that time A.J. was able to get it to him out quick. Wide receiver screen, and Emery's clicking now at the 50-yard line with under 3 to play in the first half.
About the 3rd or 4th time they used that quick out, and they've had success.
Trips right side this go around for Emery. 1 at the top of the screen. 1 man in the backfield for Thomas out of the shotgun set. 3-man front for Kanab. Handoff. This one goes up the middle. Conover's got the first down and a bit more, and a late flag comes out from the secondary as Conover was taken down at the 46-yard line. Traxton Conover, who has been around the program for a little while, a junior, getting some playing time now. Personal foul, a helmet-to-helmet hit. That one goes against Kanab, and so tack that on for Emery. You'll take it.
Yep, first down. Take it, like you said, just shy of the 30-yard line now. Kanab's had some silly penalties tonight.
Apologize, Traxton, the senior. And then you got Garrett, the junior. He's saying those names a lot, I think, throughout the year. Trips right side here for the Spartans. Motion man comes right to left. That one's Trigg Jensen. Play action. Quick pass out. This one caught by Conover, but he is stopped in the backfield. That's a loss of 3. Kanab's been quick to the football, specifically on the outside. Emery tried a misdirection that time, wanting to get Garrett Conover out in the open field, and it did not work.
That defense right there just shooting those gaps. This side of the field towards you and I, the Kanab side's the strong side. Emery has had success moving the football to the outside towards their own sideline, though.
32-yard line for Emery, near hash mark to the broadcast booth, moving left to right off of the radio dial. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Thomas has Conover with him in the backfield. Takes the snap, little RPO. Thomas keeps it himself. He'll take a big hit, but he gets the ball inside the 30 up to the 27-yard line. And that will set up a manageable 3rd down for Emery. So a heads-up play by the junior A.J. Thomas.
A.J. takes a hit, spins up the middle. His legs have been a factor tonight.
A.J.'s a physical kid. We've seen it out on the basketball court. Had some big games for Emery a year ago. Now trying to replicate that on the football field. 2 wideouts on each side. 1 man in the backfield. No play action. Drops back to pass. Rolls right side. Dump off. Has a man open. Caught. It's Conover up to the 10. Spin move off of the would-be tackle. And he has the ball inside the 10-yard line for Emery. First down and a goal-to-go situation as Traxton Conover.
It's a great job by A.J. Just stays patient in the pocket. Uses his feet. Mobile. Moves outside the pocket. The defense can't hold that long, and then it frees up, and you just dump it off, and you pick up the first down.
Trips left side. Snap, rolling out. Left, Thomas throws. Dangerous pass, slips through the hands of Bo Stilson, incomplete. Threw that into double coverage, and Emery is fortunate that they'll be looking at 2nd down. That was a dangerous throw, to say the least.
A very dangerous. Could have been another interception off the hands.
41 seconds to play in the first half. A touchdown here puts Emery right back in this ballgame. Can make it a 2-score game, and they will get the ball to start the second half. Empty backfield this go around for Thomas. He's got 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Helmet high snap. He's going to run it. Clears it out of the middle. A.J. spins, gets up to the 2-yard line. He is shy of the goal line, and the Spartans will take a timeout. 34 seconds left here in the first half. Love the play call. Spread it out. Let A.J. use his big physical body and get inside the 5-yard line.
That deja vu again. Same scenario, same spot, same distance as we had on the prior possession where he came up short. Now it's 3rd down and goal. And it's 2 yards to go to get a touchdown with 34.8 left here in the second quarter.
We'll keep it here. Emery right now again trailing 26-7. Offense has had its moments. As you get a look at the huddle again, we can take a look at the offensive unit for Emery. Coming into tonight's game, A.J. Thomas, Traxton Conover. Talked about Garrett Conover as well. You got Trick Jensen, Bo Stilson, Jaden Atwood. There's some athleticism there. You look at that offensive line, Logan Huntington, Blake Citrid, Tice Larson, Tyson Johnson, Miles Mortensen. It's a young team, not a ton of experience, Travis, but expect them to find their footing as the season goes on. A lot of familiar names.
Yeah, it's going to take some time to get everybody on the same page.
Snap, Thomas, quarterback keeper, close to the goal line. Did he break the plane? That is the question. Waiting for the ruling. And they say, no, he did not get in.
Touchdown. Did he signal?
They said no. Clock is stopped.
Well, that helped Emery.
Definitely. 4th down at the 1, and now a timeout is taken on the field by Kanab. And I think the Kanab coaching staff is going to say, hey, why is there 21 seconds? Because that clock was stopped. But Emery now at the 1-yard line, and you kind of feel like you have to have this one, Travis.
Yeah, this is, I don't want to say game, but
it feels like it, doesn't it?
It feels like if you don't score again from this spot twice, it's probably not your night. Because this is exactly where the ball was sitting about 10 minutes ago.
They're as close as you can possibly get to that goal line.
And this is where you just get AJ up under center and you just push him forward into the end zone. I mean, all the ball has to do is break the plane, and that ball's sitting right at the chalk.
Less than a yard to go. It is 4th down here for Emery. Monumental play. Thomas is up underneath center. He takes the snap, and he is fighting. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Emery. A.J. Thomas on the quarterback keeper. He had to work for it, but he's able to cross the goal line, and we have a ball game yet again. Emery trails now 26-13 with 14 seconds left in the first half. Big-time play.
That big-time play, A.J., all he has to do is just stick the ball out, and he does. Uses that big frame, gets into the end zone, and slices the lead in half.
Trigg will hold PAT by Jaden Atwood. There's the snap and the kick. The wind is blowing heavily, and because of that, Jaden misses this one off to the left. So Emery scores, no PAT, but with 14 seconds left in the first half, it's 26-13. And the Spartans will get the ball to start the second half.
They talk about the wind up to 13 miles an hour right now.
It's blowing heavily. You can look at the flags here at Snow College, getting to play on a college field. You know, it was the first thing I thought of. This looks like home, right? We are used to playing on turf. Beautiful setting here at Snow College. Still rather be in the friendly confines of Emery High School, but this is a beautiful setting for some high school football.
It's a great setting.
We have had games all day here at Snow College, and this is the nightcap. Atwood will kick it away, tees it up at the 40-yard line. Gets a running start. This one is end over end, and it will be returned at the 10. Now to the 15. Kanab at the 20, reversing field to the 25-30. There's a gap past the 30 up to the 33-yard line with 6 seconds to play. And you were kind of holding your breath there for a moment because that was Camden Cartwright, who's got some speed, and the senior nearly had a gap after he evaded one tackle. Corbin Ward just on the miss. And, boy, I'll tell you, that was close to going all the way back for Cartwright. He had one man to beat.
Everything started to break down. You're like, oh, no, here we go. But Emery does a good job. Stays in those lanes, make sure he can't wiggle free. And we're going to go to halftime down 26-13.
Kanab will take a knee. If you're Emery, you've got to be happy down 13 points. Couple of costly turnovers in that first half did not help matters any, and also an empty possession inside the 5-yard line. The score right now, Kanab 26, Emery 13. Coming up, the halftime report brought to you by Dr. Daniel Cowley at Castle Valley Orthodontics when we return.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome to the Emery Spartans Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call them at 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a
Halftime report brought to you by Dr. Daniel Cowley at Castle Valley Orthodontics. You can give him a call for a free consultation today on a set of braces. Just call 637-2222. Free consultation on a smile that will last a lifetime. Travis, 26-13. The score right now, Kanab up 13 on Emery. I said going into the break, if you're Emery, you got to feel fortunate only being down 13 points. There's still plenty of time left in this game, plus they get the ball to start the second half.
Get the ball coming out, but a couple turnovers, and that's the difference so far in the game. You had the interception that bounced off the shoulder pad, went up the air, pick six. Then you come back, you muff the kick, and Kanab picks that up. They go on and score. So that's 14 points in less than a minute.
That's really been the difference in the ball game. When you look at this Emery offense, new look, A.J. Thomas at quarterback, how would you assess his play so far?
I think it's been fine. He's been great with his feet. He's been great in the pocket. He's moved out of the pocket, up in the pocket when he has to. But more importantly, he's got a big frame, and he can use those legs, and we've seen that on that 4th down, 15-yard play where he used his legs, and he picked up the first down.
Score right now, 26-13. Emery will get the ball to start the second half here on the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime report. Due to time constraints in the pregame show, we were unable to play an interview that we conducted earlier this week with Emery senior Tice Larson. Now, again, this was supposed to be during the pregame show, but I definitely want to make sure we hear from Tice, a.k.a. Big Dinner. That's what he calls himself. Or that's what the team calls him. Either which way, he gave a phenomenal interview. Here's our interview earlier this week with Tice Larson.
Today we're being joined by Emery High School senior Tice Larson as we prepare for the season opener. Emery getting set to travel to Ephraim to take on Kanab at Snow College. Tice, it's great to chat with you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I know it's been a really quick summer, right? I was just listening to Coach Famalo address the team, and it's go time. Practice is done. You guys are set. It's Kanab, and it's here.
Yeah, it's go time, man. They're a physical team. We just gotta outmatch the physicality. You know, we started and it's our first game. These first preseason games are gonna be pretty physical.
We'll talk more about Kanab in just a moment. I do want to get perspective on you being a senior and now being a leader, because as you said, you can't believe you're a senior, right? We've got to see you kind of grow up within this program, and now that you are one of the leaders and you're an anchor on the offensive line, and we'll talk about that as well in a moment. But what does that mean to be a senior leader on a team that went to the state championship a year ago?
Oh, we lead by example. You know, we got to let these younger kids like how we want things to be ran in our Emery High football. We want to know how we run things, and being a leader is just being an example to the young guys.
I know if we go back to last year and we look at the way things went, it's not the ending we all wanted, but it was such a huge leap for this program. First championship berth in 25 plus years. What does that mean to be a part of a team like that, and what kind of experience can you now push over to this next group saying, look at what we've built culture-wise?
You know, we went to the state championship last year. You know, it's like, okay, we got to lock in. Let's try and win the state championship. You know, we lost kind of not bad, but kind of, you know, it hit me hard, you know, versus San Juan. We just got to hit harder, make our plays better, and win the state championship this year. So,
going back to that particular game, it's never easy to lose. I know it was exciting to get there, but when it's all over with, you said it hit you hard. How does that motivate you moving forward? I mean, how can you take that negative and turn it into a positive?
Yes, it's been so long since we've been to a state championship, you know, so it's like, oh, I want it so bad. And then we got there, we're like, oh, man, there's hope for us, you know. It's like, okay, let's lock in. Let's win the state championship.
As far as the offensive line is concerned, you're the center. It's a pretty big role. You're the first person to touch the ball before literally every single offensive play. How has it been transitioning into a role like that, knowing that it's so important and there's so many little things that you got to get worked out in the summer? What's that been like?
You know, just telling my other O-line, like, you know, what snap count is, what the cadence is, you know. Just, like, be an example in there. Like, making the snaps, you know, and just telling them what to do and stuff. And, yeah, because a lot of them didn't have a lot of varsity time last year, on offense at least, you know, so you just got to get them up to speed.
Yeah, Coach Famalo had made mention today. I heard him say, look, everybody's been waiting for their time. Well, your opportunity is finally here. And you guys had to deal with that as well, because we've said goodbye to two very, very potent senior classes over the last couple of years. So you know these younger guys, they've been waiting, right? They've been waiting for this opportunity.
Yeah, we just got to replicate those older guys. You know, they worked hard. Last year we didn't. It was kind of interesting, too. Like, it was like this year, like, oh, man, we lost some good seniors. But we just got to replicate those old seniors, work harder, and be more physical.
Let's talk about the chemistry with the quarterback, because we know there's a couple of kids on this team that can play quarterback. If it's Trigg or if it's AJ, doesn't matter who it is, right? What's the chemistry been like for you having to work with both of those guys throughout the summer?
Oh, it's great. You know, I play baseball with Trigg. We know each other real well. I know AJ real well. We played baseball growing up too, you know. But it's just the connection between us, you know. We practice snaps before practice, 10-15 minutes before practice ever starts. So it's just that chemistry's pretty good.
When you look at the rest of the offensive unit, again, a lot of new faces, right? A lot of first-time starters. What stands out to you about this offensive group? Because you've seen a very dynamic Emery offense over the last couple of years. What makes this group special? What makes them tick?
We trust each other, and we're not negative with each other. You know, we drop a pass or a fumble. We're not heckling on them. You know, we're just like, hey, it's all right. Pick it up. We get it next time.
Again, we're being joined right now by Tice Larson as we talk about the season opener, which is here, Kanab, Emery. It's going down at Snow College. Now we got to flip and talk the defensive side of the ball. Coach Famalo, he's a defensive-minded guy, always has been. A lot of pride on that defensive side. You're going to be on that front. We're talking a 4-3 yet again. Tell me about your role and what you like about that nasty front four that is going to have to get after it in these first couple of games of the year.
It's just right in the middle, man. It's right in the middle of the chaos, When they run the ball, it's right in the middle. I got to contain those gaps and make tackles, So
Kanab is going to be big and physical. We know Beaver is going to be big and physical. Those are the two first opponents of the year. You can throw the bye week in, but nonetheless, you guys are getting right in it to teams that want to run the ball up the gut. Is that fun for you when you're prepping for guys like this, saying, hey, bring it, let's get physical?
Oh, yeah, man. I like the competition. I like to be above the competition. I like to out-physical them. I like to win them over, I like to show them what I got.
What stands out to you about this Kanab team? I know it's a squad that was right there for a state championship last year in their own classification, right? So as you guys prepare for them, what stands out to you?
Probably their blocking assignments. They have the loaded sides, and then they run to that loaded side to get more guys out there. But I feel like we get just as much guys in there to contain it all. We'd be good.
As far as the summer is concerned, are you happy that we're done with practices and you can finally beat up on someone else besides your teammates? Is that a sigh of relief for someone who's been in this program for as long as you have?
Oh, yeah. I'm sick of Joey. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was joking there. He's good. It's good to practice with with each other just to make us better, So I want to be able to face somebody that has some competition. And we did at camp, North Sanpete was good. At the carbon camp over there, they did pretty good. It was physical. It was our first time, actual game scenario. So it was good. It's definitely better to hit somebody else instead of my own teammates. So
let's step away from football for a moment because you're a senior and now you have to go to school. In the summer, you can just worry about football. Now you got to worry about school. How excited are you to get your senior campaign as a student underway?
It's good. I got not very many classes, and they're easy. They're the ones that I want, but it's gonna be good.
Do you have plans after high school? Have you thought about that yet?
Probably serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. My brother's on a mission, so he's give me an example too. So I don't know. Then I'll probably go to college and do something. I don't know yet.
Best time of your life right now, right?
Oh yeah, I gotta do whatever I want now.
Yeah, that's right. Tice, it's great to chat with you. Best of luck on Friday. Can't wait to see you at the game, and I'm sure we're going to be talking again real soon.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. We're going to continue to count down the moments to kick off. Again, Emery is on the road tonight, taking on Kanab in Ephraim at Snow College. We have more coming. Again, that was an interview conducted earlier this week with Tice Larson. That was supposed to run during the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show, but due to time constraints, we were unable to run it. Right now, at the break, Emery trailing Kanab 26-13, but the Spartans will get the ball first as the third quarter is upon us. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the second half here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM. It's the halftime show brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Second half about to begin here at Snow College. Emery and Kanab battling it out right now. See if the Spartans can cut this to a one-possession game. Travis, when you go back and look at the way the first half went, Emery scored, and they scored with relative ease on their first drive after forcing a Kanab 3-and-out. 2 costly turnovers, and then again a turnover on downs inside their own 5-yard line. That's the difference in the ball game. I mean, if you get rid of the self-inflicted wounds, there's no possible way Emery's down 2 scores. In fact, they probably have the lead here at the break. That's why I think there's a lot of football left to be played in this game.
That 3 turnovers, Kanab took advantage. They scored points off those 3 turnovers. But if you're Emery, you had the 3 turnovers, but you're only down 26-13. You get the football back here. Touchdown, you slice that thing down to 6 points.
Emery wearing all white uniforms tonight. Of course, if you are listening on KOAL, don't forget you can watch the game with the radio broadcast feed. All you have to do is go to our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery. Just type that in and boom, it'll pop right up. You can also watch with the KSL Sports app. KSL and Castle Country Radio teaming up for high school athletics here in the 2025-26 season. Emery will have the first crack here in the second half. Kanab will tee it up. He'll boot it right to left off of the radio dial. Back to return deep. Cray Leroy and Jacob Morris. Kanab will tee it up. Kicking game's been strong for the Cowboys. They've had a strong performance so far as Ray Capson will boot it away. Leroy stands back on the left, Morris on the right. Morris, easy to point out, as he's got the pink socks and gloves. Here's the end-over-end kick, and into the wind. Morris at the 1-yard line will return it. Now to the 5-10, 15-yard line. Gets it to the 20, tries to reverse field, goes backwards, and is taken down at the 17-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 19, and that's where Emery will start this first possession of the second half.
Let's see offensively if Emery can come out, have a long drive, establish themselves, get some points in this third quarter early on.
Offense has been effective, more effective than the 13 points would indicate. They've had several drives that have just ended shy of the goal line and a couple of turnovers deep in their own territory. Shotgun set, 2 wideouts on each side, 1 man in the backfield for Thomas. Man coming in motion. That's Trig Jensen, the snap. AJ's under pressure. Flushed out, able to dump this one away in the nick of time. Gets it to Conover, who will turn nothing into something. He gets that ball to the 26-yard line. That is not only a heads-up play by Thomas, but a heads-up play by Conover, who was in the right spot at the right time and able to turn it upfield for a gain of 7.
The ability once again to use the feet, get out of the pocket, and then dump that off and make a negative into a positive.
Trips right side, 1 man to the left. Shotgun set. Conover takes the snap. He wants to move left side, and there's not much there. You'll give him positive yardage of 2. So now we're looking at 3rd down and 1. Not Traxton Conover. Playing some hard-nosed football. Flag is down back at the 27-yard line. We'll see what the ruling is here. And if this could potentially halt this Emery drive, they're going to wave it off. That'll work out well for the Spartans. 3rd and 1's right on schedule. That's where you want to be. Trig Jensen run off of the field here on 3rd down and 1. Emery will go with a heavy package. Up underneath center, it's Thomas. I'd expect a quarterback keeper. Kanab stacks the box. And around handoff to Bo Stilson. Stilson gets it around the 30-yard line. He's got the first down. We've seen that play a couple of times tonight. Love the play call from Coach Justice. It looked as if Kanab was also expecting the quarterback keeper. You just give it to Bo. He goes around the outside. And Travis, he's worked that for a couple of first downs tonight.
Efficient. And again, like you said, a couple times tonight, uses it to the advantage for a couple first down pickups. 3rd down and 1?
Yeah, now we're looking at 1st down and 10. Trips right side. Shotgun set. 1 man in the backfield. Kanab is going to go with the 3-man front. They'll bring the outside linebackers up. Quick pass. Trigg Jensen. He's to the 35. Trigg gets skinny now to the 40. Dives up to the 43-yard line. You get Trigg in the open field, and positive things can happen. We've seen that a time or two tonight as well, as A.J. Thomas is quickly finding his favorite target on the outside.
Open space, speed, and like you said a couple times tonight, they've used that to their advantage, and that's a good job on 1st down to pick up that chunk play.
Gain of 11 will move the sticks. 1st down and 10. A.J. back into the shotgun. Trips right side. 1 man to the left. This time a handoff. Keep the defense honest, and Conover is able to dive past the 45 up to the 47-yard line. So Traxton puts his head down, dives forward, and Emery, positive gain on 1st down, looking at 2nd down and 6. It is windy. You called it, about 15 per mile an hour winds. Emery working against him here on this drive. Ball 2nd down, just shy of the 50-yard line. A.J., quick pass, goes to Trigg on the other end. Trigg tries to reverse it upfield, and he had nowhere to go. In fact, he'll lose 4 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. Kanab was able to sniff that one out, and a gang tackle to push Trigg back. The initial hit was Cooper Swindlehurst. And he was able to drive Trigg back for a loss. So now we're looking at 3rd down and 10. Emery did convert a 3rd and 20 earlier in this game, as A.J. climbed the pocket and tossed one over the top of the defense. 3rd and 10. 2 on each side, wide out wise. A.J. back to pass. Has time in the pocket, has to roll out. Completes this to Ilijic, who gets it out to the 46-yard line before he's brought down to the ground, well shy of the 1st down sticks. Give him a gain of 3, so it's 4th down and 7.
Just not a lot of room to operate. Kanab gets down, they get down in a hurry, and Illich stops in his tracks.
Ilijic is a fun kid to be around. Had the opportunity to talk with him earlier this week. Ready for his opportunity. 4th down and 7, and Emery is going to take a timeout, which means at midfield the Spartans will go for it here. And Coach Famalo wants to talk this over. We'll pause for 30 seconds as well. Score right now, 26-13, Kanab up. 4th down and 8 when we return.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
4th down and 8 for Emery. And rather than go for it, Jaden Atwood will come out of the timeout to boot this one away. It's a low snap down at the ankles. Jaden's able to recover. He gets the end-over-end punt away, and it goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So out of the timeout, Emery elects to punt the football. 4th and 8, maybe a tad bit too far to go for it. Played a little bit more conservative. You like the play call?
At that spot right there, playing
that's tough.
Conservative, it's tough because you're in no man's land.
Yep.
I think they were aggressive early on in the first half, so why not in this spot? Because how many more possessions are you going to get?
Well, there's 8:28 to play in the 3rd. If you don't get it, you're giving Kanab the ball at their own 45. Now you got to rely on the defense to come up with a big stop. That's what you need. And that has been hard to come by, as this Kanab offense can work with a lot of simplicity, yet efficiency. Verosco keeps it himself, gets up to the 35-yard line, 34. They'll give him forward progress, so he picks up a gain of 5 yards. And that's the trouble with this Kanab team. They can turn nothing into something in a hurry. They have several capable of doing just that.
Yeah, they're not going to be in a hurry. They're just going to grind things out. And 8:20 and counting now in this quarter, second down and short. They're just going to be efficient on the ground, take their time, as you can see coming out of the huddle.
Ball just shy of the 35-yard line, second down and 5. Emery's going to pack in the box.
Play clock never rolled.
Handoff, and there's a wide-open gap around the outside, and this is going to go for big yardage. The misdirection is going to give Kanab the ball all the way down to the Emery 12-yard line. It even fooled me. Grady Anderson around the outside. It looked as if they were going to try to work it right up the middle. Gideon Meekum would have had that play read perfectly. Instead, they kick it back to the outside, and boom, just like that. That's another red zone trip for Kanab with 7:54 to play in the third.
Yeah, the old okey-doke play fooled everybody in the building, and it worked to perfection.
First down and goal to, or not a goal to go, first down and 10, ball at the 13-yard line here for Kanab. Man coming in motion. This time the Emery defense, well, they sniffed it out. Flag comes out in the backfield, might be a hold against Kanab. But again, Gubler has been everywhere on this field for Kanab. Managed to escape a couple of would-be tackles. But a hold called against Kanab, and that's exactly what Emery needs. So now all of a sudden, a red zone trip at the 13 is going to be backed up to the 23-yard line for the Cowboys. Here's your opportunity. Can you take advantage of the penalty now?
Yeah, for Emery. Kanab's had some silly penalties tonight. This is a chance for Emery. You got to take advantage now of what Kanab just did there. 1st and 20, all the way backed up, deep. You got a chance to get them off without giving up any points.
1st and 20 from the 23. Play action. Baratsko rolls out, throws to the end zone. He's got a man caught, touchdown. Morris was beat in the corner of the end zone. Baratsko was able to make it happen with his feet. He finds Ozzie Williams in the back of the end zone for 6.
It's a great route, and he just drags, and he catches, and he drags his foot into the back of the end zone for the touchdown. And that high-power striking offense of Kanab strikes once again.
1st and 20, pay no mind. Play action rollout. Baratsko goes to the end zone and finds another senior in Ozzie Williams. And it's 32-13 Kanab.
We talked about how many possessions. The last one was, you're no man's land. What do? You punt the football away, and then 4 plays later, they're in the end zone regardless of what happened.
Going to go for 2. And this time a little trickery. Emery not fooled. Throw to the end zone. It's intercepted. And unfortunately, at the high school level, you can't return those for 2 points. So the PAT attempt no good. But the damage is done. A 20-yard strike. Baratsko goes to the corner of the end zone. Ozzie Williams. 7:01 to play in the third. 32-13 Kanab when we return.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Opportunities have been there, but Emery's been unable to take advantage of them. As we return here in the third quarter, 32-13, Kanab with the lead. Emery had a chance to make it a one-possession game. Got the ball to about midfield and stalled out. And even though Kanab shot themselves in the foot with a penalty inside the 15-yard line, 1st and 20 did not matter on the ensuing play. Baratsko finds Williams in the back of the end zone. And that's what's made it 32-13. Turnovers have been costly here for the Spartans tonight, and missed opportunities. End over end kick. This one will be returned to the 10, 15, now to the 20. Spartans will get the ball past the 25-yard line, up to the 28, returned by Craig Leroy.
And now every possession's got to have points. 6:54 third quarter. Time is running thin. Possessions becoming shorter. The way that Kanab can control the offense. Quick strike offense once again off that punt. 3-4 plays later into the end zone. 32-13.
Well, you need it now, right? This is absolutely a do-or-die drive for the Spartans.
Got to take some shots down the field.
Still a lot of time left in this ball game. 6:54 in the third quarter. Down 3 scores. A.J. Thomas takes the snap. He's back to pass. Throws across the middle of the field. This one is caught. It'll go for a minimal pit. Big run. More yardage than it should have. Bo Stilson put his head down and trucked a couple of defenders. He's able to get the ball to the 41-yard line before Latimer Glover brings him down to the ground. Bo Stilson is a hard-nosed player. He's fun to watch, easy to love, one of those fan favorites, Travis. I know you can get behind that hard-nosed run. Kid's got a knack for the first down marker. He's got another one.
He just kept his head up, his feet moving, and bounced off a bunch of red jerseys and picked up a first down.
1st and 10. Emery has the ball near midfield yet again. 4 wide out set. Hand off to Conover. 45 to the 50. Now on a Kanab side of the field. And he'll rally off a 12-yard pickup on first down for another Emery first down. And the Spartans are now 2 plays on that side of the field.
Yeah, 2 plays, like you said. On the Kanab side now, a couple first down pickups, clock rolling, 6:20. Still, like you said, plenty of time to get back into it.
1st and 10. Thomas, hand off to Conover, and this time he's able to get past the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard to make it 2nd and 9. Well, I think the potential is there for this Emery team. I think there's a lot to like. I think it's a group that as they get more and more experience, we'll see more and more production on the field, but I'm seeing a lot of positives from this team. A lot of self-inflicted wounds, and that is basically what happens when you have a lot of inexperience. Here's a quick pass out to Bo Stilson. Bo able to dive forward, taken down to the open field by Grady Anderson, but not before he stretches for an additional yard. Emery right now 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 6, I believe, once they officially mark this ball. At the 5:25 mark in the third quarter, make it 3rd and 7.
That's 4 down territory.
Definitely. Thomas out of the shotgun again. Conover stands to the right. A.J. takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Under pressure. And you might not have 4 down territory anymore. He is sacked. And he loses about 5 yards. So now it's 4th and 12. 4th and 11. They spotted at the 47-yard line.
At Kanab defensively, they did not allow any wide receivers to break free. Kept everything in front. Sack. Now you got to punt the football away.
It was the one thing you could not allow to happen. Had to get rid of the ball, but unfortunately Kanab brought the pressure. They got home, and now 4th down and 11. Even on Kanab's side of the field, the Spartans will boot this ball away as Atwood will kick it from his own 41-yard line. 2 back deep to return for San Juan, or Kanab. San Juan just played earlier, by the way, beat Grantsville. We'll talk about that in a moment. Here's a punt. Takes a Kanab bounce to the 33-yard line. I think Kanab touched that, and if they did, Emery recovered. This might be an awful mistake for Kanab as that ball was rolling backwards. Emery does have the ball. Yes, a turnover. What was Kanab thinking? That ball started rolling backwards. It was going to be a net of about 20 yards at most. Now the officials are going to talk about this, but I believe it's Emery football.
Yeah, Kanab maybe thinking that it touched an Emery player, so they're free to pounce on it. That's not the case. That's silly. That's really, really bad on Kanab's part. Emery back in business with the football.
That's a week 1 mistake, right?
Yep.
So we got to get the play clock fixed. 4:14 in the third. Emery catches a break. And it might put the Spartans back into this game if they can take advantage. 3 wide outs to the right side, 1 to the left. Thomas has Conover in the backfield. He rolls out to the right side. He's got some time. Throws now on the run. Overshoots Leroy, his intended receiver. And that ball was nearly picked off by Glover. He got a hand on it. Knocks it down to the ground. We're looking at 2nd down and 10. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. If you're Emery, you'll take it. You get 2nd and 10 rather than another turnover. That ball just out of the reach of Leroy.
Yeah, almost the 4th turnover of the night by Emery.
Well, Kanab was turnover-free right up until just a moment ago. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line. Thomas, quick throw, gets it to Trigg. Trigg to the 30. Inside the 30 to the 25, breaks a couple of tackles close to the 25-yard line. And so now it's a manageable 3rd and 2 for Emery with under 4 to play in the 3rd.
Yeah, that play right there looked like it was going to go for no yards. Instead, it's a positive. It's a short 3rd down conversion coming up for the Spartans, trying to get some points, desperately needing some points here in the 3rd quarter.
Michael Ilijic is in the backfield now for Emery. Thomas takes the snap, gives it off to Ilijic, and he's got the 1st down. He dives forward, stopped at the 21-yard line. Change of pace back, and the Spartans will get a fresh set. Score at the break was 26-13, so Kanab has won the quarter. But Emery trying to take advantage of a Cowboy turnover just a few moments ago. Close to the red zone. Ilijic still in the backfield. Ilijic's moving forward. That's a false start.
Yep. 2nd time tonight he's done that.
Just tiptoeing a bit. Thought they were going to let him get away with it for a moment. It was a late flag, but now 1st and 10 is 1st and 15. You know, this Kanab front has done a terrific job defensively as well. This is a very good football team. I always laugh when people disregard squads because of the 1A or 2A tag. We just saw 2A San Juan belt Grantsville. We're looking at 1A Kanab. Right now taking care of business against Emery. Throw to the outside of Bo Stilson. Bo took a hard shot to the helmet. Dropped the football. Gideon Meekum heads up. Able to dive on it. Not sure if they were going to rule Bo down or not, but Gideon wasn't going to take any chances. And now the ball is sitting at the 23-yard line near hash mark, moving left to right off of the radio dial. 2nd and 12 for Emery. Ilijic is still the deep back. Stilson is in the slot. Conover on the outside. That's closest to us. 2 at the top. Kanab's going to bring pressure. Thomas tries to get it away. Ball deflected and into the hands. Another interception, and this one will go the distance. Deegan Swap will take it off the deflection. 80 yards for a pick 6. And just like that, it's 38-13 Kanab.
Emery had a touchdown. If that ball's not deflected, they have a walk-in touchdown down the seam towards the 20-10-yard line. Right next to us, that Badger logo side. Instead, it's picked up in the air. It's intercepted. It's the 2nd pick 6 tonight.
Thomas was under pressure almost immediately as Kanab brought the blitz. Tried to get rid of it. It was deflected. Floats in the air. And Swap is able to take it nearly 80 yards, about a 77-yard pick 6 to make it 38-13. Turnovers continuing to plague the Spartans in the home opener. They find themselves down by 25 points. PAT by Capson. And he gets this one to go over the crossbar. 39-13. Emery in trouble. They'll get another crack at it when we return.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Score right now, all in favor of Kanab, 39-13, under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Turnovers just killing Emery in this game. They've been right there.
They've been right there. Turnovers. That's the difference in the game.
Yep.
5 turnovers.
You can move the ball in between the 20s. Turnovers and failed red zone trips. That's been the story in this game, and Kanab has taken advantage of every Emery mistake. Morris to return it, gets it out to the 20-yard line. Morris has some room to run. Now to the 30. Can he get to the outside? No. He gets past the 30-yard line, up to the 33. You know, in talking to the coaching staff, and Coach Famalo mentioned this earlier today on KOAL's Drive Time Sports, getting Jacob Morris back after taking a couple of years off of football, a huge boost. A big athlete for Emery. We saw it there. If he could have got to the outside, he might still be running. Instead, a nice kick return sets Emery up at the 33-yard line, and A.J. Thomas will come back out of the shotgun set. 2 wideouts on each side. Learning experience for A.J. in his very first game, the junior quarterback. Shoulder high snap, quick throw to the outside, incomplete. He was trying to get that ball out to Jaden Atwood. Ball's knocked down harmlessly to the turf, sets up 2nd down and 10. So the third quarterback in 3 years for Emery. Had Wade Stilson for 2 years. He went to the semifinals, had another good run during his senior campaign. Last year, 1 year of Trevin Gilbert, who filled that role beautifully. One of the most successful seasons Emery has had in about 3 decades, and a trip to the state championship. And now you have A.J. Thomas, who is just a junior. 3 wideouts left side here for Emery. 1 at the bottom of the screen. Thomas back to throw. Goes over the top to Conover. Through his hands, incomplete.
Lucky.
It's 3rd and 10. Flag is out at the 38-yard line. Well, while Kanab is up 39-13, and you always will take a win at any point in time of the season, a team that has state championship hopes, there's some things to clean up. Few mistakes. Offensively, they've looked outstanding, and at defensive side of the ball, they have also been very, very good. It's just been some weird penalties at strange times for this team.
Yeah. I mean, you've had the ball down there inside the 1. You didn't score. You had the tip off the shoulder pass, pick 6. The other one's tipped up in the air for a pick 6. The kick return where you fumbled, they score. You've had the ball inside the 10-yard line a couple times. You just haven't punched it in.
So off the personal foul penalty, Emery's going to get the ball now at the 48-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. Scoreboard update. Carbon has knocked off ALA 34-31. Final score on our sister station, KRPX 95.3 The Peak. 1st and 10. Handoff. It's Conover. He gets up to the 50-yard line. So a gain of 2 sets up 2nd and 8 with 1:27 and counting to play in the third. About this defensive front for Kanab. They've been physical. This Emery group, really not a ton of experience up front. Learning about that physical 1A brand of football tonight in a neutral site. Thomas out of the shotgun. Tries a quick pass, picked off, and this will be 6 the other way. Another turnover, another interception, and another defensive score for Kanab. This time it's Latimer Glover. And it's 45-13. Kanab running away with this one. Pushing on potentially activating the mercy rule.
Yeah, right there's a bad read. Just sat in the pocket, stared down his wide receiver, and Glover read it perfectly. Steps in front. House call, 3rd pick 6 tonight.
45-13 Kanab. Offense will stay out on the field. Nope, correction. They will attempt the PAT. With 56 ticks left in what's been a third quarter dominated by the Cowboys. They had 26 in the first half. They've got 20 here in the third quarter alone. Well, make it 19 as the PAT is no good. 45-13, Kanab with the advantage. It's Emery football when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Kanab set to kick off to Emery. With 56 ticks left in the third quarter, running away with this one now 45-13. Haven't been in this spot in a long time. Out of the norm for Emery over the last few years here in the regular season. Morris lost the ball off his helmet. He's able to recover and takes it up to the 20-yard line, so 80 yards of green in front of Emery. A team that hasn't had to play from behind a whole lot. Now, a loss to San Juan in the state championship, but everybody has had their struggles with San Juan. Outside of that, this has been an Emery team that has been in just about every single game over the last 3 years. Optimistic, maybe, but I am seeing some positives from this team.
Yeah, there's some positives out there. It's the first game. You're starting to click with one another. The story in this game, though, has been the turnovers. You just harp on it because that's the difference in the game. Kanab has took advantage off the turnovers. They've scored on every possession that Emery has turned the ball over.
Thomas will keep it. Takes a hard hit, dives forward, gets up to the 22-yard line. Clock is continuing to tick. Emery may have to run one more play here in the third quarter, and then we'll go to the fourth. 32-point advantage for Kanab. Thomas out of the shotgun, 3 wideouts left side, 1 at the bottom. Thomas back to pass. Looking. Now he's got to run outside of the pocket, and he is knocked down at the 20-yard line, maybe lost a yard on the play. And that takes us to the end of the third quarter. All Kanab right now in this one. One more quarter here in opening weekend. We'll see if Emery can start building some momentum. They don't have a game week 2. They'll go into a bye week. We have more coming up. It's Emery High School football, and it's here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. Jordan Buscamini alongside Travis Anderson. Week 1 of this high school football season. Emery's got 9 regular season games this year. Got a bye week going into week 2. Right now, trying to build some momentum, some positives that you can look at the end of this game. 1st and 10 with the ball at the 32-yard line. There's a dump-off pass to the 40. Gideon Meekum. Giddy gets it past the 45-yard line. He is shy of the first down sticks. Physical ball player, fits the Meekum name. That's the way they play. Hard-nosed, goes 110 miles per hour at all times. Had a chance to catch up with Giddy earlier this week as well. Caught up with him in the off-season. Had a great junior season, cut short due to an injury. Told me he feels great, feels healthy for his senior campaign. 2nd down and 1 off a gain of 9. Shotgun set, 2 wideouts on each side, 1 man in the backfield. It's Ilijic. Thomas, quick pass, has to try to climb a pocket and runs right into a group of defenders. Never had a chance in that one as the Kanab defense swarmed AJ immediately. Kyan Lyman will get the credit for the sack, and now it's 3rd down and 2 with the ball at the 44-yard line.
Pressure up front, push the offensive line back into the backfield. Nowhere to go for AJ with the football, has to take the sack.
3-man front's been deadly for Kanab. They have found a way to get pressure on this young Emery front. 4 wideout set, handoff to Ilijic. He's got the 1st down and more. He's past the 50 up to the 49-yard line. He can be a dynamic player. He's had a couple of missteps penalty-wise out of the backfield, but as you have seen right there, nice change of pace with Conover, and you need that. You need a compliment, right? I think they might have found one in Ilijic.
It's a good compliment piece, yeah.
Logan Lester will be another one that Emery will have to rely on later on in the season. 90 seconds gone by in the 4th quarter. 45-13, Kanab with the lead. Thomas, sidearm throw, but it's incomplete. Talked to AJ in the summer at the Emery High School youth basketball camp. I remember the game he had against North Sanpete when he was thrusted into the starting lineup due to a illness to Porter Herdsman. So they put AJ in as a starter, and he came up with some huge plays in that North Sanpete game. He had a battle back from an injury a year ago as well. Now, Thomas back to throw over the top of the defense. Caught, then dropped by Bo Stilson, and a flag comes out all over the place. That's a hit on a defenseless receiver. All love between the two. The Kanab faithful don't like it, but that's an easy call to make.
Got tangled up, yeah.
Ozzie Williams taps Bo on the helmet. Like I said, there was no ill intent behind it, but it's still a penalty. And so that'll be a free 15 yards for Emery. Now it's getting a little testy down on the sideline between the coaches and the officials. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see on your screen. Now, this is where the game of football has changed. 10, 15 years ago, that's not a penalty.
No.
But in today's game, it's a textbook penalty.
Yeah, they just got in each other's way. It wasn't that bad of a hit, but the helmets touched, and that's a penalty in today's football.
Now I think there's a sideline warning coming in. Kanab is well in control of this game. But again, you're looking for every possible rep early on. You only have 10 weeks in a season. And here's a live rep against someone that's not your own team. You're not beating up on your own guys. So I think every rep's important. AJ's going to try to scramble, throws this one up in the air, lofts it, it's caught. Caught over at the 10. Caught over, makes 1-2, defenders miss, and he gets up to the 6-yard line.
Just buys time with the feet and then has a clean pocket, lofts it up. Kanab lost defensively, and that's a 1st and goal now situation for the Emery Spartans.
That right there was a heads-up play by Garrett Conover. Came back to the football, corrals it, and is able to get up to the 6-yard line. Ilijic remains in the backfield. Bo Stilson will line up in a slot. Jaden Atwood to the outside down low. Conover is man-to-man top of the screen. Handoff, Ilijic inside the 5, gets close to the goal line, tangled up at the 3-yard line.
Whistles came early.
Actually, heads up by the officials. Ilijic was tied up, trying to spin around.
And that's why they came early. You don't want to take that extra pop.
Yep. It's been a well-officiated ball game, by the way.
Good job.
Yep. Referees typically don't get a lot of love, right? Half the crowd's going to dislike them. Half the other half, they don't love them. they may not be as aggressive towards him. The referees tonight have been outstanding. Second down and goal to go. 9:05 to play in the game. 45-13, Kanab with the lead. Handoff, Ilijic puts his head down. Did he get in the end zone? He did. Touchdown, Emery. Michael Ilijic. And that's Emery's first touchdown of the second half. Want to jinx anything, but most certainly the mercy rule will not be in effect tonight. With that score right there, the special teams unit will come out. Atwood will attempt the PAT. He's been a sure leg for Emery. Last year broke the school record for most PATs in a season. He can hit from 45 to 50. That is his range. I think if Emery is inside the 30-yard line on 4th and longs, you'll see field goal attempts, and Atwood pierces the upright on this one. 45-20 with 8:57 to play in the game. Emery down by 25. They'll have to kick it off to Kanab when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Emery set to boot it back to Kanab. Fourth quarter, 8:57 to play in the game. And it's 45-20, Kanab with the advantage. Atwood will kick the onside. This one takes a beautiful bounce. Emery will have a chance to recover it. Did they? If not, I believe they did. That right there was a textbook onside kick by Jaden Atwood, and Emery comes up with it. Falling on the ball was Jacob Morris. It's Emery football inside the Kanab 45-yard line. You could not draw that onside kick up any better than that. Jaden looks like he's been doing that for years.
Perfect. Everything was perfect about it. Jaden's kick, the recovery. Now you're back with the football on the Kanab side. Down 45-20, 8:57 left. Get a touchdown here. Who knows what happens?
45-20. You got to have 4 scores.
You have an onside like that, and you scored.
Man.
You got 3 more of those in you?
Yeah. Ball's at the 43-yard line. Thomas is back up out of the shotgun set. 2 wideouts on each side. Trick Jensen will go in motion left to right. Quick pass, Jaden, hook and ladder, gives it to the big fella, and Logan Huntington takes it inside the 35-yard line. He comes up a little bit hobbled, but that is Logan Huntington, who will get some run at tackle throughout this season. Hook and ladder from Atwood. You know, the way the hook and ladder works, all of those receiving yards will go to Big Logan, as he'll walk off gingerly and then not make it to the sideline. He's going to go down, so we have a injury timeout. We've been able to avoid these for most of the evening. Emery with the ball at the Kanab 33-yard line. Trying a little trickery. You love to see a tackle get involved in a play. Hopefully Logan is okay. We got to pause for just a moment for the injury timeout. 8:46 left to play in the game. Kanab 45, Emery 20. 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Kanab 33 when we return.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, 4-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Back to the action, 8:45 and counting left to play. Logan Huntington was able to get off the field on his own power, although He's yet to put any pressure on that right leg. 1st and 10 for Emery. Rolling out right side. A.J. is looking. He's got room. Now he's going to run it. Ducks his head. Gets past the 25 and falls down past the first down sticks. 1st and 10. Emery playing with a little bit of enthusiasm, Travis. I mean, the score is 45-20. If you get rid of the turnovers in this game, they have played even with Kanab. But it's Kanab that has taken advantage of some Emery mistakes.
Yeah, it's the turnovers, the mistakes that you talk about. Kanab's took advantage of Emery's mistakes. They've scored on pretty much every single one of them.
Yeah. 8:10 left in the game. Clock continues to tick. 1st and 10. More trickery from Emery. Thomas throws. He's got a man open down the sideline. This one to the 10, the 5, close to the goal line. Fumble. And Kanab recovers at the 5-yard line. The Spartans nearly pulled off another trick play down the sideline, which would have went for 6, but instead a fumble. The ball pops out, and the Cowboys recover at the 5. Right as we talk about turnovers, another one pops up with under 8 minutes to play in the game.
6 of them now? Because you've got 3 pick six.
I've lost
fumble.
count.
I mean, 4th down, you've been stopped a couple times. It's just a nightmare on the turnover battle.
And Kanab, I believe, has 1 turnover.
Yeah, they got 1.
So they have definitely won that battle. Under 8 to play. And the Cowboys will come back out with the ball at their own 5-yard line. There's the misdirection running around the end out to the 15-yard line. Taking the ball that time was Camden Cartwright. He's got enough for the first down, 1st and 10. Even when Kanab's been put in difficult situations, the defense for Emery has struggled a little bit. You know, they forced that quick 3-and-out to start the game. When you go back to it, it was a drop pass on 3rd down.
Yep.
Kanab has really had their way on the offensive side of the ball. They've dominated in the trenches. I think the question going into this game was, would Emery be able to stop the run? Well, the answer to that is no. Flags come out. Minimal pickup. We got flags all over the place now. On the handoff that time was Deegan Swap. The junior's had himself a huge game for Kanab. And a hold against Kanab. Helmet-to-helmet hit against Emery. Those penalties will offset. We'll do it again. First down, 7:15 to play in the game. Ball's back at the 15-yard line. One of those occurrences were a 10-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty offset. That's a pet peeve of yours. You don't like that.
No.
Clock will tick.
Doesn't make sense. But
how a 10 and a 15 can offset? Yeah. Personal foul, right? Yeah, I agree. Here's a reverse. And Kanab's going to have big yardage again. This one goes out to the 35 at a gain of 20. Latimer Glover, who had a pick 6 not long ago for Kanab, will create even more space. He gets out past the 35 to the 36-yard line. We're under 7 minutes to play in the ball game, 45-20. Emery down by 25 points. Typically in a game where you're -5 in turnovers, you're down by a lot more than 25 points. There's Glover again. He's caught from behind by Conover, taken down at the 44-yard line. Emery's going to have to play a lot of Ironman football. That's just the way it is at the 2A and 1A level. Tyson Johnson was also in on that. Tyson lining up on the left outside. Tice Larson is in the middle. Seeing Blake Citrit as well out there, and a flag. Flag comes out at the 43-yard line. calling unsportsmanlike conduct against Kanab. Now, the Cowboys are going to have to clean up the penalties in what's a very difficult 1A classification as well. As we look at the way things line up schedule-wise for Emery, again, no game next week. Then we will travel to Beaver on August 30th. First home game is scheduled for September 6th against Judge Memorial. Second down and 15. Kanab wants to try to run up the gut. Nothing there. Clock's going to continue to move. It's third down. Gideon Meekum credited for the takedown. Giddy's had himself a productive game. He'll be playing in that middle linebacker spot throughout the season. Spencer McCandless right now getting some run out at linebacker as well. Kanab on third and long. Try another misdirection. Emery not buying it this go around. We're under 5 minutes to play. And it will be fourth and long for the Cowboys. So a rare punt opportunity for Kanab tonight. Haven't seen this too often in this game. They can run that play clock down to about 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Game clock, I should say. Fourth down and 16. Trick Jensen will be back to return the punt. Craig Leroy will join him. Expect Verosco to boot this. There he goes. He'll take a step back, punt it from his own 22. Quick punt off the right side. Leroy called for a fair catch. And it took a second for the official to blow the whistle, but Cray definitely did call for it. So Emery will take over the 44-yard line. Yeah, I've seen the illegal signal before, where you call for the fair catch, then take off running. Seen that before. Seen it in the NFL a couple of times. Cray called for the fair catch and just stood there waiting. Essentially gave himself up. 44-yard line, Emery on their own side of the field. First down and 10. A.J. Thomas will remain the quarterback. He's got one man in the backfield with him. A.J. back to pass. Delayed handoff. Good pickup. Conover pushes forward to the 49-yard line. Traxton Conover. We'll see a heavy dose of Traxton and Garrett this season. So second down and 5. Clock continues to move. 3:44 left in this one. And then Emery will get nearly 2 weeks off. No game next week. Take the weekend. You'll have that bye week. Typically a bye week can do you good. I think it would have been ideal for it to be a little bit later on in the season, but you'll take the week 2 bye. A.J. Thomas is going to run this one. A.J. on a Kanab side of the field gets up to the 40-yard line. He's proven that he can run the football.
Yeah, he's used his feet well tonight.
He's had a couple of mishaps throwing the football. A couple that weren't his fault as well.
Yep.
Unfortunately, if you're a quarterback, every interception is going to count against you, even if it's a tip ball. He did have a couple of those. Had one bad decision on a pick 6, but other than that, A.J. in his very first game as a starter at the varsity level has shown that he is capable. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket to the right side. He's going to run again. Gets to the 35-yard line, now to the 30, still on his feet to the 28-yard line. A.J. will run for another first down on a gain of 12. Not afraid to take a hit in the pocket, that is for sure. He's comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, he is. Those are things that moving forward, we're going to see more out of him. The feet, the patience in the pocket, just a couple throws tonight that, wasn't his fault with the interceptions. But overall, I think for his first start, you're pretty pleased with what you're going to see out of him.
The wind has really died down. It was heavy there for a little while. Nice warm night here to get the season off and rolling. A.J. with a pass over the middle of the field. And we're going to have a roughing the passer against Kanab. It was incomplete. Tried to connect with Jaden Atwood. Atwood took a hit. Right as he grasped the football, dropped it incomplete. But AJ took a strong hit in the pocket, and I believe that'll be a roughing the passer 15-yard penalty. That's exactly what it is. That is the one thing that Kanab is going to have to clean up. They have had a lot of penalties in this game.
A lot.
Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Shotgun set again for AJ with one man in the backfield. Trips left side, one wide out to the right. AJ's going to roll. Throws to the end zone. Just undershoots Trig Jensen. Trig had a diving attempt at it. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 2:19. Well, Trig got in front of two defenders. AJ put that ball out of harm's way, just a tad bit out of reach for Trig. And now we're looking at 2nd and 10. Emery can get to the 4-yard line for a first down. Two wideouts to the right, two to the left. Trig in the slot. Hand off to Conover, gets it inside the 10-yard line, up to about the, they'll spot it at the 10. So Emery looking at 3rd down and 6. 2:05 and counting. Been able to move the football in between the 20s.
Yeah, they have.
We can even say in between the 10s,
just
right?
haven't finished down here in the gold zone.
Handoff once again. Conover is able to dive forward up to about the 8-yard line. And so we will look at 4th and 4 for Emery with 1:40 to play. Kanab about to move to 1-0 on the season. Doesn't get any easier for Emery. After playing the 1A runner-up, who do they get week 3?
Champ.
The 1A champ. 70 seconds left in this one. 4th down. Thomas out of the shotgun. Steps up in the pocket, delivers to the right side, and close to the first down sticks, but just shy on the completed pass to the outside. Conover tried to dive forward, could not come up with it. And with 60 seconds left in the game, Kanab can come out, take a couple of knees, and we'll get out of Snow College tonight 0-1. Call this quarterback's favorite play. We'll see if Kanab goes down to the ground, takes the quarterback kneel. Well, this is going to be a tough one. We'll go back, review tape, look at ways to improve. Really, it's simple, right? Get rid of the turnovers, and we have a game here in the 4th quarter. But Kanab took advantage of every Emery mistake in this game. Literally every one of them.
Yep, they scored on every single one.
There's the knee. One more time, and that'll be all she wrote here in the season opener. Coming up, the post-game report brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Make sure you stop in. Get your Emery High School Spirit Card today. I've got mine. All you got to do is go into any branch, tell them you want your Emery High School debit card, and you can show off your Spartan pride wherever you go. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union bringing you the post-game wrap-up show. Final score here tonight off the quarterback knee. Kanab will get the comfortable win, 45-20. And when we return, we'll look at key moments in this game. We'll get a breakdown, get Travis's perspective as we go in to the bye week that soon. Week 1 is in the books. It definitely did not play out in Emery's favor. We'll talk more about it when we return here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome into the postgame wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Final score here tonight. Emery falls to the hands of Kanab 45-20. And Travis, we're beating a dead horse, but we have said this time and time again. The difference in this game tonight, certainly turnovers. Emery had their fair share, and Kanab managed to capitalize on every single turnover.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 turnovers, whatever the number ended up being. Kanab took advantage. Every time Emery turned the football over, Kanab was in the end zone right after.
Well, let's go back and evaluate the way the game starts. Emery forces a quick 3-and-out. They take the ball down the field, and they score. They score quickly in this game. And you think, okay, they moved the ball with so much efficiency. They had that quick 3-and-out. If you go back to it, it was a drop pass on third down. Kanab probably should have picked up the first down. But nonetheless, Emery did get the stop. It started off great, and then Kanab scores twice in a matter of a minute. They score twice, and that lead is gone.
Yeah, just like that lead gone. Then they get the football back right after they score to tie things up. The muff kick, they pick that up. They go in and score. Emery had their chances, though, to keep things tight. They get down in the red zone a couple times. They come up short, what ended up in turnovers. And then Kanab, again, they go 98 yards, and they score again.
And then after that, it was kind of all she wrote. Although it's 26-13 at the end of the first half, Emery has the opportunity to double dip. They score right at the end of the first half. They kick the ball back to Kanab with about 40 seconds left. So we go into the break 26-13. But when it's at halftime, I felt pretty good about where Emery was because it was not a clean game at all. And you're only down 2 scores and you get the ball to start. They get it to midfield in the second half. And again, I kind of felt optimistic about it. I felt as if, okay, they are right back in this game, but that drive halted at midfield and Emery had to punt.
Yeah, it just seemed like they were going uphill all night after they took that 7-0 lead. Kanab did a good job. They got the ensuing kick. They got it all the way almost to midfield. You could see that the momentum on the sideline shifted, and from that point forward, Kanab didn't look back.
No, and we knew that this was going to be a team that could run the football. They could do it with efficiency. They can do it in pretty much any situation as well. They're such a well-disciplined team. They do what they do so very well. And I always say this on the air, don't ever let the 1A tag or the 2A tag fool you because these are teams that could hang with just about anyone. Look, the game right before Emery here at Snow College tonight, we watched San Juan beat up on Grantsville. Beat them handedly tonight, right? There is a ton of talent in this 2A to 1A classification, and Emery went right for the top of 1A. I mean, you get Kanab now, and you'll get Beaver in just a couple of weeks. They run the ball, they play physical inside the trenches, and we saw that tonight.
Yeah, physical, like you said, and we saw what San Juan did to Grantsville. It's going to be every league game or whoever Emery plays moving forward, it's going to be smash mouth football.
There's no question that when you look at the way Emery wants to play, it's similar to what we've seen, right? This is not a team that's going to get big chunks of change down the field. They want to stay on schedule. You want that 2nd and 6, that 3rd and 1, right? When you're in those types of situations, that's Emery High School football. I saw from this offense tonight, they have the ability to move it. It's just limiting the mistakes. There's some players on this team. I mean, on the outside, you have Trig Jensen, and I think Trig is one of the best athletes that you'll see in the 2A classification. We saw Traxton Conover and Garrett Conover. We got to see Illich. We got to see Bo Stilson. We got to see Gideon Meekum. We got to see Jaden Atwood. There's some skill position players that can play on this offensive unit.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, but like you said, Emery's got some playmakers. They got some players offensively that can make some plays. Tonight, it was just the turnover margin you lost.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just lost in the turnover battle. Those 6 possessions, you don't turn the football over and you give yourself a chance to score, it's a different game. But you had 3 pick sixes. You had the fumble that they scored. Then you get down there and you look like you're going to score and you get to the 2-yard line and you fumble the football again. So inside the red zone's got to be better.
Final score again, 45-20. Post-game show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Remember, stop into any location and get your Emery High School Spirit Card today. It's real simple. It takes about 5 minutes to get one. You can take your Spartan Pride wherever. You can get your Emery Carbon or Grand High School Spirit card at Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. They're bringing you the post-game wrap-up show tonight. Final score in this one, 45-20. We'll pause one more time, come back and talk about the upcoming schedule. Emery 0-1 on the season following the loss tonight at Snow College to Kanab. We're back in just a moment.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We're back to close this out tonight. Final score, Kanab all over Emery 45-20 in a game that was really determined by turnovers. That really was the deciding factor in tonight's game. But Travis, you talked about some positives from Emery. Defensively, that is something we really haven't talked about. Did not create a lot of takeaways tonight. One of the things that does stand out to me about this defense is the athleticism in the secondary. We really didn't get to see a lot of that tonight based off of the way Kanab plays. But there is some talent out there in the secondary. It's can you handle this in the trenches, right? That's going to be the big question for Emery moving forward. A lot of new faces, a lot of new names. But these are kids that I think Coach Flamalo and company feel comfortable with, and rightfully so.
Yeah, a lot of new, like you said. Going to take some time. It's week one. So it's going to be rough, I think, here for the first couple of weeks, but they'll figure it out. And by the end of the year, you're playing your best going into the playoffs.
Yeah, let's look at the schedule because, again, it is a little bit different this year. We will now go into a bye week, which means we do not have another game until August 30th, and we will be on the road yet again. We got to travel to Beaver. Yeah, that's a tough stretch, man. You start off two 2 games in 3 weeks against Kanab and Beaver. I mean, that is a tough go to get things rolling.
Got 2 really good teams, the runner-up and the state champ.
And then after that, at home finally against Judge Memorial. We'll go back on the road after that against Union, home against Canyon View, at Grand, home against South Sevier, at San Juan, and then home against Delta. There is never 2 weeks of a homestand. We never get a homestand, never back-to-back home games. You alternate throughout in the schedule, and by having this alternate game, it's pretty much evenly divided up with 4 road games and 4 home games.
Yeah, no back-to-backs at home, so you're home road. So first couple of weeks, road heavy. Get the bye next week, so you can watch some film, practice, fix your mistakes, and get ready for Beaver.
That is going to do it for us here at Snow College. Excellent place to get the season off and rolling. We get to spend a lot of time here with USU Eastern when it comes to basketball season. It's been a little while since we've got to call a game in the broadcast booth here at Snow College. We have to go back to the 3A All-Star game about a good decade ago when head coach Josh Huntsman was calling the shots at Carbon High School. It's been a little while since we've been here, but again, excellent facility. Hospitality is always outstanding here at Snow College. And always fun to be along with you, if it's KOAL or if it's the YouTube channel or if it's the KSL Sports app. Pleasure to be back with you as we get a new season off and rolling. A full recap of tonight's game will come your way at castlecountryradio.com. And don't forget, you can watch tonight's game on demand whenever just by going to YouTube and typing in Castle Country Radio Emery. We'll be back to do it again in 2 weeks. We'll cover this game, recap this game Monday on KOAL's Drive Time Sports. For Travis Anderson, I'm Jordan Buscarini. As always, go Spartans.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.